The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too.
Oh, but you're too poor.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Oh,
Smack!
oh, he slapped my face. Yes, that's me. Oh my god, my eyes are just like, I'm innocent, I swear.
That looks like the face of an innocent man.
Does this look like the face of a man who is not innocent? I don't think so. I mean, I killed him.
I definitely did do it. I mean...
Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Oh, Jesus.
He was just
He
a
was just a normal judge.
Until he wasn't.
You think that would get you off?
Oh no, I have no problems with that. No, it's not that, really. I mean, we know that. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... ...
Disapproval. Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mike shouldn't have stuck his nose in it.
Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Imagine advocating for yourself in your own murder trial.
I know. I'm innocent.
Hey, we maybe saved his life. What if we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna wait and see, and then he like dies?
Yeah, he just takes out his fan and just
stabs Cosmo.
Yeah. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel. Really?
Objection!
You idiot!
Objection. Make no mistake, counsel.
Shifty motherfucker.
This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent. He's confident he can speak for himself. What a doofus. No doofus can commit a murder. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san?
I'm guilty of murder! Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all.
I definitely murdered that teacher.
Effect, my mind's a complete blank. I don't like where his hands are on the tip of his sword.
It took me a second to register what was going on.
I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Tonight I top.
Maybe.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court.
Oh my.
I'm coming down with the case in the bank.
He's a Southern belle.
You must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
Yes, he needs to be a Southern lawyer. I think that has to be him now, the fan.
The most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Wow, that's hard. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo?
Yes, Your Highness.
It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task. Order in the court! For the task you have undertaken.
My competence? What does that mean? I'm dead.
Yeah. He's questioning your ability to do the job.
You do the job.
Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. Idiot.
So
This is
let's
the worst case scenario.
so let's start with the very simplest of questions.
What is your name?
Ryan Reynolds. Oh, yes.
Rug, jail.
Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
Well, that's easy enough because I murdered him, so I should know this. Oops, am I speaking out loud? I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember because I hate him so much. Sometimes I wish he was dead. But wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it?
Ryan,
What?
let me guess. Your mind's gone blank.
Don't
Again?
judge me, you rich.
Stop
son
reading
of a
my
bitch.
brain.
This always happens in bed.
I know. I sometimes my mind goes elsewhere. I'm sorry. I have ADD. Okay. Oh, you know me so well.
All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record.
What's a court? But I can't even find that. I can't even read.
That's why I do it for you. It's simple. You can access the court record with the press of the E key.
What is this witchcraft you're talking about?
If you ever find you've forgotten something like you always fucking do, just consult that. It's all in there.
You idiot.
All right, press escape for the court record. All right, there's no time to lose.
Don't press escape.
That looks like an item from Genshin.
It does.
That looks like a part to Zhongli's outfit.
Is John Lee's.
It is Jongli.
Oh my god, we go to Zhongli's university.
Now try to switch. Oh,
Kasama.
Oh,
I was starting reading the instructions for
this
myself.
is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people ahead with E.
E. Oh, who's that beautiful man?
Oh,
Oh,
he's
that's-
23.
Don't look too hard. Yes, anyways, you'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press the Z button to go back.
All right. A second year at the Imperial Yume University. He's my best friend, and despite being a student, a qualified defense lawyer as well, he's my lover. Eugene Miko Topa. Eugene. Oh, my spit went down the wrong way. A medical school professor at the Imperial Yume. I cannot say Imperial Yume University. He's an authority in forensic medicine and Kazuma's mentor. I read that at mother at first.
Whoa,
The lead
Takeuchi.
Yeah.
Ouchie.
Takeuchi. Ouchie.
Takeuchi.
Yeah, the lead prosecutor of this case, who would appear to have little love for the changes the cultural reformation has brought about. That's why he dresses like a samurai.
That's why
Why
he's
has
a lawyer.
penis on top of his
Oh, this is the victim, John H. Wilson. The victim of this case, he was a visiting professor of medicine at Yume University from the British Empire.
Oh, you killed a foreigner?
I did.
Whoa, no.
I mean, I
A
did.
British one from the British Empire. Great. Now they're going to
You
colonize you.
stupid bastard.
I got rid of that colonizer right quick. Get him out of my country.
What's the wrong move? So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Say it with me. Court.
Richard.
Now, you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on.
Who's that?
find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press R to present.
All right.
Now you
There you go.
No.
He's a victim. He's a fashion victim. Snap. This guy?
Yes,
The only white one there.
he's the only white one there.
Yes. Hi. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
I like how you spent an hour trying to talk about this.
Yeah, they asked me, like-
said for your competence.
You're like, time for recess.
I don't know if that's supposed to be.
Hey, Southern.
Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to UMay University 3 years ago.
Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications.
I like
British
implications.
Empire.
The British.
The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And you fucked it! And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations. And you fucked it!
There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
Yeah, it didn't really work out that great for the Native Americans, now did it? Anyway.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soil.
Isn't
On
that
our
a song?
soil!
Isn't that a song? Blood of an Englishman. Is that in a song?
I smell the blood of an Englishman.
Yeah,
Fee,
I
fi, fo-
smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, fee fi fo fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman.
I like it. Like, I smell the blood of an Englishman.
I
Like,
thought,
wow.
I thought it was like a pirate chick or something.
You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial UMay University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
I don't, actually. But I didn't do it.
This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter.
I like to imagine that he's just a head, and this is just like styrofoam shoulders, and he actually is just sitting on like a spine thing like this, and he takes off his robe.
Like the grandma from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I always hated it.
Chocolate!
The British Empire. I remember when they first invented it.
I just keep looking at his nipples.
Anglo-Japanese. His
Yeah,
what?
They're like right there.
His chest.
His chest nipples?
I don't even look at his eyes. I just look at his chest nipples.
Yeah.
Look
My eyes are down here.
deep into my chest nipples. Humph. In other words, a feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers.
Turn into Snape.
And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime.
I don't know. He's giving me some bedroom eyes right now.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But he does his little
Where
head
did it
tilt.
go?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's gotta be there's fan art. We already know. So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it?
Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman.
Maybe the murderer was an ogre or a giant. Was it a giant?
A giant.
Whoops. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. No, stop looking nervous. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. The fact is that the gun was in my hand. And the fact is, I killed him!
I pulled the trigger.
Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going.
I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer, because I'm homeless.
Good idea, you homeless little bitch. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner.
So long, partner. Fades into existence. The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Dot, 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 dot. Wait, how are we gonna make out if he leaves? Oh, I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I suddenly have the urge to murder. I don't know his
Don't
name.
know why, but my trigger finger is itching.
What's this gun in my hand? What are those egg yolk flowers doing over there?
Kind of makes me hungry.
It's runny. It's weird. All right. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello like a freaking weirdo. So I went over to the professor's table and shot him. And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Hello, Dr. Wilson.
Well, that wasn't right. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, defendant Naruhodo.
Yes, Your Highness.
What? How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, not at all familiar with the Watson that we know today for Sherlock Holmes, lose his life?
Well, there's not that much medicine that can cure a bullet to the head, so...
State before the court the cause of death.
Me shooting him. The cause of death. Well, obviously, that was,
Ryan, remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence.
by evidence? But how? What's that? What's evidence?
Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select a present. Do it now.
There's a
Like
present?
presents.
There's a present for me? Well, obviously, I'm gonna show them my collar pin. Post-mortem report. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot.
Ganja. Check out the ganja.
Bam.
To the chest.
Bam.
The bullet did not pass through the victim's body.
Guilty as charged.
Well, yeah, it was wrapped
Yes.
around in his skull.
Yes.
That's his brain.
Well. I don't, what is this? I love this animation!
That's
You know, it's so cute.
He's like, well, it's, yeah, this is me at work. It's
That's
like,
me studying before our final.
it's like, all right, now what? You guys pull out your latest, quarter report. And I'm like, okay, I printed out everything. Shit. According to this document, the victim suffered hemorrhagic death. There was magic involved due to the gunshot trauma.
Learn to read.
I can't read.
Oh, sorry, I almost did the British.
It's okay.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report. I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. the post-mortem report?
In the West, the doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way.
We call it an opsaturvy.
Would you like me to do that for you?
Opsy-turvy day. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
You're in school to be a lawyer. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. I thought he had a bag on his head. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. I know a lot about guns. I'm from the South.
Oh.
In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record.
You get a fun little photo of your professor dead.
Oh.
Just a fun little present. Just a fun
Another
little treat.
one.
Just girl
For the
things.
scrapbook.
You know what's super sad? He never got to pour himself a glass of wine or eat his steak.
Oh,
What a
that's
waste
fucked
of
up.
money.
Oh my
That's the
God.
real crime.
If he had at least finished the wine and the steak, then been like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe. So that's a photograph. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible.
Very well. I am satisfied with your answers.
No one cares.
Let us start the trial.
We haven't started yet?
Oh, I thought this was the whole trial.
Certainly, Your Excellency.
Oh, like they super traditional Japanese, but has a southern drawl.
He's from southern Japan.
Okay. He's in Osaka.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, I'm also illiterate.
Wait, what
I
do?
don't know why you're. Oh, you pressed E.
Whoops.
So, without
Whoa!
the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Ugh, this is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Mike?
Yes. Hayley, you're the defense lawyer today, not me, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean
That we can't be lovers?
we can't have butt sex.
Oh! Darn!
I can still act as your assistant.
What about
Your
hand sex?
assistant.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean.
Of course.
God.
When he was spanking me, I mean speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be defaced. I'm trying. Oh yeah, that was your girl voice, right? That's from the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
Really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
You can stick your oar in me anytime you want. Maybe, but any help you could give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma.
Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
What are you talking about, my shifty eyes?
You're like twitching over there.
You look like you murdered someone.
I did. I'm only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first.
So is it just Canon
Snap.
lore that his headband just flows behind him from his little headbutt.
Yes, I love it. It's great.
'Cause I'm so cold.
Oh, it's kind of stinky around here. I'm scared.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, I forgot what game we were playing for a second. I was like, why is there a waiter?
Are we playing a cafe dating sim? The old
State
man.
I got him.
State your name and occupation for the court, please.
Of course. Wait, no, sorry. There's so many accents. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga.
Are we going to Brooklyn?
Yep, it's happening.
He looks very Jersey.
I am the head waiter at a Western style restaurant called La Carnival.
COVID! COVID!
And I might be dying.
Put your fucking mask on.
I don't have one.
You have a napkin in your hand, use it.
Are you all right? You seem to be coughing up some jam. Were you eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich earlier?
It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
Okay,
Now he's definitely Jersey. Coughing up blood is a regular occurrence.
Got fucking tuberculosis up here. Cover your mouth.
Well, it really should.
I don't know why their expressions are so funny.
I love the animation of this, especially compared to what we had in the previous games. This one is so nice. It's so good. I love it.
So clean.
Yes.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern corner, south, that's where I'm from, was developed by foreign visitors some years ago. It's always them visitors coming in, those Californians coming into my Texas. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests.
Californians are the reasons for the high gas prices.
They're the reason for the climate change. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago. These are words I've never heard before. I learn new things. Good thing I'm not really an attorney. I mean,
Understood. Hosonaga-san, I already forgot his fucking voice. You will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
Yeah, at once, sir.
and no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Uh,
I don't know why I went to say.
perspiring, maybe aspiring.
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few dinners. I mean,
Diners.
yeah, we had few diners at that time of
You
day.
almost made the mistake I made with dessert and desert that one time.
I absolutely did. All right. Okay. I've been working all day. All right.
Coughing up blood over here.
The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else at this place. Don't cough into your hand, cough into your sleeve.
It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery,
Dinah?
cutlery, with the diners. I mean, I didn't make them do that.
Oh no, someone shot Hosonaga! Oh wait.
The gunshot rang out like I always hear in the Bronx. So I hurried to the
Reminded me of
back
home.
where it happened.
Home.
I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Who is that? Tell me. Oh,
That dumbass
yes!
over there.
Yes, that was me. Hold on. Let me just clarify something here. Well, I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, and maybe I shot it and killed him. I didn't shoot him. Or did I?
Objection! I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. You amateur.
But
The next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized. Defendant Naruhodo.
oh yes, let that happen.
Don't worry, Ryan. You'll have your chance to fight back.
But I kind of want to be penalized. Do you know what that means?
You idiot.
But we don't speak of that in court.
Oh, okay, I'll talk about it with you later.
Indeed.
I like your
I like
sword.
his sword. Sorry, Kelly. That's like the third
Not
time.
necessary, but I need it.
I like that you and I don't notice at the same time. Like every time he's touching the tip and like laying his hand on it, or is this like prominently like shifting around?
This was a clear design choice, okay?
Oh, it was. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely was.
Just
Yeah.
like they changed the dialogue between Edgeworth and Phoenix in the
Mhm.
American one to make it more canon that they might have a thing going on for each other.
Yeah.
They definitely did it with this too.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, they know who
But
plays
now,
these games.
oh, I guess I don't get to.
If I may confirm 1 point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand, and I know my guns, was the same man we see here in court today. Yeah, he didn't even wipe off the blood from the last time.
Yeah.
She's just gonna
without
become a
court.
zombie in court.
Yeah, maybe I am. All right. Oh.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
Well, no. There was no one else around the table but the deceased gentleman and the university student.
You.
Huh? Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry. I'm kind of going over everything in my brain. There was no one else around that table?
What's the matter, Ryan?
That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, it was Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village.
Big fan. I was gonna get her autograph.
Yeah, I wasn't there to see the professor. I was actually there for her autograph. I was hoping she would sign my boobies. She was sitting opposite of him at this table.
Read.
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. She's 9 foot tall after all. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do?
Wait and see. I don't
Hmm.
know. Well, you don't want to get penalized. Or do
I
you?
don't know, do
Evidence?
I?
Any evidence she was there?
I don't have any evidence
Oh.
yet. I don't.
Wow. Don't just wait and see.
Yeah.
Because okay, this is not going by the similar rules. I think at the end the person gives their testimony, right? That's typically the Phoenix Wright thing. They give their testimony and then they tell it again and we interject. And then we're like, objection!
Yeah.
From what I
I
understand.
think. Yeah, and you have to wait for the witness to speak. You can only
Yeah.
really object when the lawyers are speaking.
Yeah, I am representing myself, who is the murderer, after all. So they're gonna be like, "You're lying." So let's wait and see. And
Trust me, I believe a man that coughs up blood
yeah,
and works as a waiter. We all do.
Same.
I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject.
Ryan. If your parents tell you to study, you're like the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you?
That's a weird thing to say.
Huh? I suppose I am. I'd never have got into Yume University otherwise. Stop
Oh
saying
my
like that.
Let me just my sword
Double
for a
fisting.
second. But you can't always follow rules in your life. You, know,
What do you want from me?
you don't say what you want to say right now.
What
You'll
you say?
seriously regret it when you're found guilty of murder.
All right, you scared me, especially with that 10-inch long shaft.
Tana.
Yeah, I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it. Okay, so I guess interject when we feel like we know what we did and didn't do, I guess.
Okay.
Seize the
confused.
moment. Yeah, but we don't have any evidence. It's just like,
Indeed.
yeah.
Sorry, my big brain was thinking logically, game.
Ooh, maybe we could be like, don't you recall there were 2 wine glasses at his table? And he'll probably be like, oh yes, I remember that. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a Lady Dimitrescu sitting with him at the same table.
Objection! Dear me. What are we going to do with... Sorry. What are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw.
Kusunaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy.
Why do you carry a katana with you?
Because I'm a
Yeah.
samurai.
Like, if you lose a court battle, do you like...
Commit seppuku?
Yeah.
I would kill myself. I'm wrong. And I'm never wrong. No. I mean,
All right, Dustin.
you know. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it. Oh!
He's gonna die.
I think anytime he lies, he bleeds and coughs. Anytime he's-
That's a
he's-
very weird
Right.
Pinocchio.
I might have a... That's very weird.
I can't remember when the other times he coughed at certain, but I think he coughed right after the first time we were like, "Hey, no, I just found the gun and picked it up," and then they're like, "You'll be penalized," and he started coughing after that, right?
Yeah, I think
As
you're
well.
right.
Yeah. I'm an honest man, I promise you. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Because I like that. I like to do that. Please have a look if you like to. All right.
Yep, that's where the body was. I can't read
It's a little-
Japanese.
Hey, that's the people kanji.
Oh, hey.
Hito.
Kito.
Oh, there. Yeah. Entrance, right? That's entrance.
I
Yeah.
think so, yeah.
Yeah,
People
that's the entrance. What does this mean?
I don't know, bathroom?
Come on,
Bar?
3rd year Japanese students.
I don't remember.
I don't think I even learned that second one.
If
I don't think I
Takeuchi
even
Sensei
care.
was here,
Right.
you guys could blame her for not knowing.
I do still.
Yeah. All right, Judge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let me see. Oh, a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume. I think that's different.
You're gonna put it on your fridge, like, oh, good job, witness.
I really like the shapes.
Uh-huh.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. So what are you gonna do? However, as you can see, I drew this beautiful map and I put an X right where the guy died. The gentleman in question is seated alone.
I don't know how you could tell.
Well, you're
It
clearly a
alone.
very conscientious waiter.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. It's whenever he's like, "Right." Not
The
true.
court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well,
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
of course, Your Majesty. Here you are.
You will address me as
Yeah.
such.
What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now.
Are you sure? Because he's been coughing blood up like 5 times.
Yeah,
look at him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I think there's about to be a second murder.
I called it.
A self-murder.
Self-murder. I'm so glad you left the sound effects on so we could hear him coughing.
He just coughs up his
Wait, everyone just listen to it for a second.
Wow.
It's kind of making me want to throw up myself.
Alright. Where is
When is Mrs. Carter's been entered into the court record?
God, it's not to cough. That was a lot going on at one time.
Why does he like double Nazi salute every time?
Because look at him.
God.
So,
I just love, I don't know why they keep it going when you're like, why don't they just freeze him behind it while the text is up, and they just kept the coughing going.
they're just proud of their cough noise.
Yeah. Paid a lot for that.
All right.